very sorry about that, everybody. I do apologise, and I've accidentally cut my video off. And so I do apologise about that, everybody. So 3, 2, 1, beam me up, okay? So this is the second part, okay, which wasn't supposed to be, it was all supposed to be one video, but anyway, not to worry, it's all right. I do apologise, everybody, but I'm on the old dog and bone, okay, because I'm working as well, okay, my delicious babies. So I'm awfully sorry about that, and I'm so sorry about my last video getting cut off. I pressed the wrong button, didn't I? I'm sorry, everybody, but anybody, you're all used to me by now, my delicious babies, so please do forgive me, okay? Thank you. Now then, the sun has just come out, so what do we sing? The sun has got his hat on, hip 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 hooray. Okay, so please just, please be patient with me, okay? Thank you. Oh dear, one of those days. Right, now then, so yes, so let me just get back to what I was just saying, yes. So, what it is, with this Men from Mars and Women from Venus, yes, so I read the book whilst I was in Egypt, okay, and I did find it a very, interesting read. Yes, I did, okay. Now, really, a lot of things in life, so please do not take me the wrong way, everybody, okay, but a lot of things are common sense, okay. So, but, books like that do help you along. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? But it's a really good book to read, everybody, okay? So, for those of you, you might want it on, what do they call it these days? Is it audio or whatever it is? I think it is, yes, where you can just do that rather than buying the book. But anyway, I gave the book away. Do you see what I mean? Because once I read the book, well, I just gave it away. There's only a certain amount of books that I keep. Do you know what I mean? If they're super duper 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 important to me, do you know what I mean? Or depending on who's bought me that book. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But anything else, once it's read, that's it. Okay? I pass it on, right? Now then, the other thing I want to say, because some of you will be aware of it, my delicious babies, but others of you will not be aware, but the book The Secret, and again, I borrowed the book out, somebody, borrowed it from me, or, whatever it was, and, I never seen it again. Anyway, it didn't matter, it really didn't, because at the end of the day, I'd read it anyway. Do you understand what I mean? Yes? So, that was that. But that was talking about in parts of it, because I have to remember, okay, because it's been years since I read that book, okay, that what it is, it's like, if you want to manifest something in your life, yes, it's like, say, for example, you got a wardrobe. So let's just use a wardrobe as an example, right? So you got a wardrobe, yes, and you got all your clothes in a wardrobe, yes? So if you want to manifest, just as an example, to bring somebody into your life, well, it's a case of making little changes. So one of those little changes could be maybe putting all of your clothes to one part of the wardrobe. Do you know what I mean? Sliding along, yes? And then you leave the other part empty. Do you see what I mean? Now, some of you would probably say to yourself, what on earth is this crazy woman talking about? Well, no. What it is that in your mind, you're, do you know what I mean? Because you're manifesting whoever it is, man or woman, to come into your life, you're making that space for them. Do you follow everything what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Like another one is, and it's all in the book. It's only a small book. It's not very thick. And you can listen to it, And it's like a car parking space, isn't it? So instead of like parking your car how you would normally park your car, you park it to one side, because in your mind, you're manifesting to allow for another car to go alongside your car. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But what was really good in this secret, in this book, yes? Because I'm trying my best not to bore anybody. I'm trying to educate here, because for some you will not know, my delicious babies, and that's not a patronism or to be insulting. I'm just saying it's all of these things one can do to help bring in, do you know what I mean, the right or correct man or woman into your life for what you want. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious babies? Yes, because nobody wants to go into a situation where it's casual, which I haven't been hearing a lot about, okay? Where it's casual and the left hand does not know what the right hand's doing. Do you understand what I mean? And so therefore there's no on the same song sheet. So therefore it's, there's an imbalance, isn't there? Do you see what I mean? You want a super duper love, somebody to be in your life, forever, for the rest of your time together. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? That's how I'm trying to put it across. But in The Secret, in the book, it was ever so interesting. It always sticks in my mind, for all of those years. And this gentleman in America, I do believe it was in America, I think he either drew or he painted, it was one or the other. And it was this lady who, out of the blue, came into his mind. This is all true, this is everybody, right? And so what he did is he I don't know if he drew or he painted, it was one or the other anyway, right? So, and then he puts this, his painting or his drawing, in a frame, and he puts it on his wall. Well then, and this is all very true, everybody, right? Yes. And what happened is that one day, everybody, he only met this dear lady that he'd had in his mind previously to paint or draw, yes? And he met this dear lady, dead stamp. It was the lady that he had his framed, what's it called? Picture painting of. Look at that. Do you see what I'm saying to you? And he could not believe how it all happened. So, how super duper, there we go, how super duper wonderful is that? I do believe, actually, I'm pretty sure they got married. Yes. So, and it's like, say sometimes when you look at, this leads me on to saying something else, it's like, sometimes if you look at a painting or you look at a picture or you look at the writing on something, yes? Okay? Well, usually it would have a hidden meaning to it. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? So, it's like years ago. My dear friend, my beautiful and delicious little friend, and how I love her so, okay? My dear beautiful friends, they're so super duper beautiful, I feel truly blessed, you understand what I mean? And she gave me some, what's it called? Painting. In fact, let me just go and get it. I'm going to take it off my wall. I'm going to show you it all, okay? Right, just one moment, everybody. Please and thank you. Let me just get it. I'm back, everybody. Now then, this is in my hallway, by the way, okay? Because I do not like a lot of, I've got to be honest, everybody, I'm not really one for loads of clutter on walls and all that flipping crack, you know what I mean? So that's just me personally, everybody's different, right? But this is it, everybody. Can you see? Can you see that, everybody? Yes? Can you all see? Isn't that lovely? Now then, what the general idea was, I'll put that down then. What the general idea was, okay, because this is what, oh God, love her. What she says, Mia, she said, you have that in your home. She said, to attract, do you know what I mean? What the general idea was, it was really bizarre what she said, but you know what I mean? So you can attract who it is into your life, to come into your life. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? So that was just another thing. Do you see what I'm saying, everybody? Yes? And really bizarrely enough, I actually had a dress just like that. I did, I had a dress just like that as well, everybody. Like years and years ago, I am going back a good couple of decades now. But yes, I had a dress like that, and it's just so bizarre because the lady's got dark hair as well. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? So it was just. Do you see? So what I'm saying to you is this, because obviously, my dear friends, God bless them, they do not like to see me on my own. Do you understand what I mean? But to be quite honest, up until this point, I've been rather deliciously happy, actually, as it so happens. You know what I mean? I mean, call me a little bit selfish. I mean, I do not believe I am selfish. Well, I would say that, wouldn't I? But do you know what I mean? But I have been happy, But I'd rather wait. I mean, I'm 49 now. I'd rather wait for that forever gentleman to come into my life. See how bright it's gone, everybody. So I'd rather wait. There we go. I'd rather wait for that. Do you see what I mean? Rather than waste my time unnecessarily with somebody who I would not want to spend the rest of my life with. So again, it's common sense, isn't it, everybody? Do you see what I mean? But yes, that's a lovely painting, that is, yes. So, yes, and I hope that you all liked it as well, everybody. So, what I'm saying to you is, and he's taller than me as well, by the way, right? Whoever it is, right? So, but what I'm saying to you is this. So if you could please listen to The Secret or read The Secret. Do you understand what I mean? It just gives little pointers to point you in a direction of where you want to go. Do you see what I mean? You can also ask the dear universe in your mind. It's always better in your mind rather than out loud. Do you know what I mean? To please send you, to please help you. Do you understand what I mean? To bring into your life who it is you want brought into your life. Do you see what I mean? But when I did that little thing with the A4, sheet of paper, that's to help you. There we go, so that you can help to manifest these things in your life. But it also helps, and I cannot emphasize this enough, it also helps to have a positive mental attitude. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes we've all done it at some point in our lives, everybody, you've got a little bit negative, not just with relationships, but with other things. Do you see what I mean? We get a little bit negative here and there. Do you know what I mean? But we have to put that aside. Do you see what I'm saying? You say to yourself, okay, well, I'm still going to get to my destination. It may just take a little bit longer than what was originally anticipated. Do you understand what I mean? But I always believe in everything happening at the divine time. I really, really do, And I'm a firm believer in that. And I believe that whoever is meant to come into your life, well, that is obviously meant to be your super duper love. But it's just that you have to spare a thought for exactly what. It's like, for example, right? Let me just give another example. Say, for example, you just say, oh, I want somebody 6'2", I don't know, for argument's sake, blue eyes, I don't know, with muscles. Do you understand what I mean? And all that, right? Well, I mean, let's face it now. I mean, I'm not being disrespectful or anything, anybody. Do you understand what I mean? This is only a figure of speech. I do not mean this against anybody disabled or anything like that, okay? So please do not get me wrong. But you're asking for that. Well, you could end up with somebody with two heads, couldn't you? If you look at it another way. There we go. Do you see what I mean? You see what I mean? You could end up with somebody who doesn't work, who doesn't want to do anything. You could end up with, in some cases, very sadly for some out there, end up with very argumentative boyfriends or girlfriends. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yes, well, of course, that's not healthy, is it? It's not healthy for anybody. Do you see? So I'm hoping that you're not just seeing me as rambling on today. There's always method in my madness. There we go, in what I'm saying. That's why you have to spare a thought about what it is you want, not just to look at the exterior without, you know what I mean? It's like if you go to a shop, isn't it? Yes? So you go to a shop, here's another thing. So you go to a shop, right? So, and generally speaking, you want to look at the goods, don't you? So you want to look at the goods and you want to see what you're buying. So there's no point buying something if you have not had a look to see what it looks like. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? And I'm hoping that everybody's getting where I'm coming from here. There we go. Do you see? So you have to spare a long, hard thought in what it is. When you look at somebody, can you see yourself with them for the rest of your life? That's as simple as. You see, what it is with man and woman, here's the thing, right? And it has not helped that over the years and decades, that more and more things have been put in front of us all. Do you understand what I mean? Just to complicate things. Whereas with man and woman, really, the majority of the time, we've complicated our own lives when we haven't needed to do that at all. We could have just made things simple. And another thing is as well, when you meet somebody, you ask them what they want. Do you see what I mean? So, say, for example, if somebody just wants a casual, okay, so, you know, it could be that they work a lot or something like that, and that's all that they're looking for. Do you see what I mean? Well, at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, they were done telling you. Just as an example, do you know what I mean? It's like they're done telling you what it is they want. So if it is not full commitment, well then it is for whoever you are, my delicious little baby. So this is not meant to insult or anything. I'm just saying. So you have to take a step back and say, okay, is that really what I want to do? Am I happy like that? Because 9 times out of 10, I'll tell you exactly how this rocks and rolls, everybody, right? And I'll tell you, and I've been a reader for long enough to know. And even before I did professional readings, right? There we go. She said to me, I've known for decades that, you see, what ends up happening is, there's a saying, isn't there? When the fun stops, stop. Do you see what I mean? So what happens is, 9 times out of 10, yes, you go into it simply because you just want to be with that man or woman. But then, say for example, if that man or woman is just quite happy, you know, floating along, do you see what I mean? Not seeing anything wrong with this. There's always one who develops more feelings than the other one. It's dead set. Do you see what I mean? And then that's when it becomes complicated. Do you see what I mean? So the way I see it is, the common sense thing to do is to say to yourself, well, am I, you know, do I run the risk of becoming more involved with this man or woman? Do you see what I mean? And then having my heart broken, say. Do you see what I'm saying? Because if you do that, then you will, you know, not in literal terms, but you will have your heart broken. Do you understand what I mean? Because that's other party, man or woman, is just not willing to, you know, to give you any more than what you want. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But if they've told you from the start, well, there we go. Do you see what I mean? And I've heard this so many times, everybody, and that's not being disrespectful. Do you see what I mean? So really, man and woman can make life so much more simpler. I mean, I'm not going to say either that if you meet somebody, you know, somebody wants to marry you in, say, 2 or 3 weeks, well, do you know what I mean? That's a little bit of a no-go. Do you see what I'm saying? Because you have to get to know one another. You know, not just dive in. Do you see what I mean? Because it may look all super duper delicious, but then I always say you never know anybody until you live with them. See? And that is the truth. For true. Do you see what I mean? And then you find that, you know, they may irritate you or you may irritate them. And do you see what I'm saying to you? So there's a lack of understanding on both sides. Do you see? So I can only hope that this video has helped today. I mean, it may help some of you, sorry. You know, for others of you, you will know, but for others of you, you will not know. It's just going around things a different way is what I'm saying to you, yes? But when you're younger, I said it on one of my videos months ago, when you're younger, you see things through a different set of lenses. Do you see what I mean? So it's like, you know, and all this, that and the other, and do you know what I mean? And it's all butterflies and fairies, and then everything gets blown out the flipping water. Do you understand what I mean? Yes? And then you've got the odd couples where they stay together. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But for most that I've known, no. Do you see what I mean? It's like we change. Do you see what I'm saying, everybody? You know, that's all I'm saying. And like for a lot of us, for man and woman, we have different cycles. So for some, it could be every 7 years that things change. For others, it could be every 9 years. I just got 9. For others, it could be every 2 years when something changes. Do you know what I mean? But I do believe that you can manifest, anybody can manifest what it is they want in their lives. But generally speaking, what everybody wants is not somebody who's just wants to argue with them all the time. Do you understand what I mean? Like constantly disagreeing. I mean, I've seen a lot of that in my flipping time as well. Okay, because that's not always rocking and rolling. And then, of course, you want somebody who you can just live in, there we go, peace, love and harmony with. Do you see what I mean? I mean, okay, it's all right to have the odd thing where you're not, you know, you like to do things differently. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But generally speaking, you want somebody who's on your same song sheet. And that's what I'm saying. It really takes a lot of thought, everybody. It's not something that should just be rushed into. You know, that's all I'm saying, because that's when things just go drastically flipping wrong. Do you see what I mean? And this is why we've got in the world so many man and woman, or man and man, or woman and woman, you know, who are with the wrong boyfriend. There we go. Thank you, dear spirit. You know, who are with the wrong man and woman. Do you see? That's all I'm saying. So I'm not here to lecture and I'm not here to bore. I'm here just to, I always like to give on my videos food for thought. Okay? So that's, you know, that's all I'm trying to do really at the end of the day. Do you understand what I mean? I mean, I do understand, you know, with any couples, you know, they'll have a slight, there we go, before I even say it, they'll have a slight disagreement. You know, you cannot agree on every single thing. No. Because, I mean, it's like when I've heard over the decades, right? And they say, oh, you know, me and my husband, you know, or me and my wife, or however it rocks and rolls. Oh, we've never had an argument. We've never had a disagreement. Well, hello. Do you see what I mean? I do not believe that for one moment. No, I do not. You know, like I say, the odd disagreement, the odd, I will say, everybody, well, it's quite acceptable. I see that as being rather healthy myself. Do you see what I mean? Because if you were just to go along, no matter who it is in the world, you know, to just go along with everything that your husband or wife said, you know, you've got to be able to think for yourself. Do you see what I mean? Not just like follow the leader. Do you see what I'm saying? You've got to be able to have your own mind. Do you see? And to be quite honest with you, I feel in most relationships, which I do, you know, no man or woman, lady or gentleman, wants somebody who just does, you know, they've got a tongue in their head but they do not use it. Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I'm saying? So like I say, but you've got to find things in common. And now I'm going to leave the video, but anyway, it's just not just going to get cut off just like the last one. I'm so very sorry about that, everybody. But I can only hope that this has helped today, okay? But please have a look at those books that I said, Men from Mars, Women from Venus, and The Secret, okay? Because it is educational and it will help you. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Okay, so I hope that all helps today, everybody, okay? Because all I want to do, really, is see everybody in the world super duper, deliciously and wonderfully happy, yes? That's all I want to see. Do you understand what I mean? Nobody really needs, to live in flipping trouble and strife, do they? No. That's not what anybody wants. We need to just feel a love. Okay, my delicious babies? So on that note, that's the end of my videos today, okay? So I hope that for some of you, and if you happen to stumble across me, you know, for my beautiful and wonderful little subscribers out there, if you are single and everything, yes, and you're looking for love, well, you know, just please just try and look at different things like this. Do you see what I'm saying to you? And then you'll find that things will be a lot better. Things will run a lot smoothly is what I'm saying, okay? yes, but you have to get to know somebody first, and I'm adamant about that. Do you see what I mean? Go into these situations when you do not know somebody. Well, it just ends up in a flipping disaster. Do you see what I mean? You've got to know what you're doing. Okay, so on that note, my delicious babies, thank you for listening. I hope that you all have a super duper time wherever you are in the world, okay, whether it's morning, afternoon or evening, okay? And so much love to you all, my delicious babies. Until my next video, take care, God bless, thank you, bye-bye.